back. As Ron Garan works with Mike Fossum, Garan at the very end of the robotic arm, the Canadarm2, that's being operated by Doug Hurley with the assistance of Sandy Magnus at the cupola workstation. Garan in the process of attaching a portable foot restraint to the end of the Canadarm2 that he will ride like a telephone repairman at the end of a cherry picker over to external stowage platform number 2 to retrieve the failed pump module that has been stowed there. The pump module having gone down on July 31st last year, taking down half the station's cooling system. It was replaced during 3 spacewalks by Doug Wheelock and Tracy Caldwell Dyson in August of last year to restore full cooling to the international outpost.
Okay, Ronnie, you ready to lift up the pump module? Let's do it. It's 1,400 pounds, buddy. Let's do this. Yeah, okay. Ready? Yep. Oh. Down.
Ron Garan has a firm grip on the handrails for the pump module, staring right into the pump itself, as he will be as he rides down to the payload bay of Atlantis with a firm grasp on that 800-pound mechanism.
It's up. Okay, it's free back here. Got it, Ron? I got it. Okay, let's lift it up nice and easy.
Nice job, guys.
Nice and easy. I'm clear of the course pin up here.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, I've got about a foot off the plate. How you doing, Ron? Good. Okay, let's do just a little bit of a controllability check here. I'm going to go just fingertip, and you try a little maneuvering. I see your pitching clearance is down to about 10 inches. Okay, I stopped it. All right, holding what I got. Okay. Let me change positions here. Nope, 10.
Okay, Mike, we're going to go zenith about a half a meter. Here comes motion.
Motion. All right, that's your call, Mike. Yep, good motion.
Good motion.
Okay, Ronnie, hang on. There we go. Get a hand on it. I do now. Yep.
Okay, guys, we're at the pump module yaw position now, and we're ready for you to yaw at 90 degrees.
Weightless in space, but with a big mass, 800 pounds as the pump module, about 600 pounds of support equipment affixed to the pump module itself. The 2 spacewalkers working in tandem, gently rotating the pump module to a more agreeable position for Garan to have a better grasp on the pump as he is driven by robotic arm operator Doug Hurley down to the payload bay of Atlantis a short time from now.
We're about there. Pull it on over.
Excellent work, guys.
Yeah. Okay, we're there, man.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, ready for motion.
Copy. Here comes motion. It'll be about 7.5 minutes now.
Copy.
Right.
All right.
There's your signature view. Ron Garan holding on to the pump module and its support equipment, being maneuvered by Doug Hurley operating the Canadarm2 from the cupola workstation. Now clear of external stowage platform number 2, headed down to Atlantis' payload bay, where the pump module will be secured on a truss support structure at the very back of the bay for the trip back home and an engineering evaluation to determine what caused the pump to fail on the night of July 31st last year. There are 3 spare pump modules residing on various locations on the International Space Station for use in the future should another one go down.
Nice looking spaceship you guys got here.
Why, thank you.
Sweet ride.
Yep, and now, remember, we talked about those antennas in the payload bay on the TSA. You want to be careful of too, Mike.
You bet. Okay, 10402, and the green hook is locked, and confirming everything's good to go, and we're retracting.
It's ramping out.
Thanks.
Now, 2 hours into today's spacewalk, Mike Fossum is preparing the work site at the Mission Peculiar Support Structure, as it's called, the cargo truss, basically, at the back of the cargo bay of Atlantis. Just above him is Ron Garan holding on to the pump module and its support attachment mechanism.
How's the orientation look, Mike? The orientation's perfect. You've got a little bit of a pitch, which is what you want.
Yeah, right. Remember with the Rams, we want to come down the side-facing line first, and then walk it down.
Roger. I see both aft clevis pins are all the way inserted. Yep, I got the front end now.
And Mike, we think the aft end is still a little bit up.
I can, not more than a washer width.
Okay, Ron.
The pump module and its attachment mechanism now aligned to a comparable attachment mechanism on this truss at the rear of Atlantis' cargo bay. Pistol grip tool settings are being verified so that the initial driving of a primary bolt can begin. You're looking out of the helmet camera of Ron Garan as he prepares to begin attaching the pump to this truss.
I've got my elbow pushing into it to keep the other side from coming up.
Okay, and we're watching the other side on the camera too, and it looks pretty good.
Brakes are on. You guys are clear for APFR egress and ingress.
Are you in a good position to pop out? I think I am. I tell you what, let me just kind of trim this tether out of the way while you do that. All right, Doug, I got to go to Garcia PFR. 3. Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston, now 2 hours and 30 minutes into today's spacewalk by Mike Fossum and Ron Garan. The two have successfully secured that filled pump module down into Atlantis' payload bay. They're now working on the robotic refueling mission, or the RRM. This is a special payload that's going to be mounted to the Dexter special purpose dexterous manipulator robot that is on the underside of the station right now. Eventually it's going to be used to demonstrate the technologies and the techniques that will be required in the future to robotically refuel satellites. So they will move this out of Atlantis' payload bay and then move up toward the Dexter robot on the underside of the station and get this payload mounted down onto Dexter.
Down.
This is a view from Fossum's helmet cam. You can see him holding on to this refueling demonstrator.
Thanks.
While Fossum moves up toward the underside of the Destiny laboratory on board the International Space Station, Ron Garan there, still in the back of Atlantis' payload bay, will gather up some tools, and he will head that way as well.
Okay, Mike, arms in motion now for a 2.5 minute maneuver.
Copy that. Heels out, heels out. I'm hanging on. Double dark out here.
And Mike, you have to go to roll RRM 180 degrees.
Copy that. complete. Go for maneuver.
Okay, copy that. We'll be just a minute.
Dexter is currently mounted on the underside of the Destiny laboratory. It's called the nadir side, the Earth-facing side. That RRM that Mike Fossum is holding on to weighs 550 pounds. It's 43 inches wide by 33 inches tall by 45 inches deep.
I got a hand on the bottom. Okay.
And there you see Ron Garan at the top, who has made his way over there as well.
We need to get these in first and try to get them in equally.
You want to keep going?
And stop motion. Let's talk about it, Ron. Stand by. Okay, there's a... what's the mechanism on this door?
Yeah, it'll flat forward. It'll come forward. You're going to bring it down, and you'll make the door come...
Yep. Okay, the first pins are to the base, and then we rotate it back. Yep, feels like it's down.
It is definitely down.
Okay, let's hold it right there.
Got it. I've got control of it.
Okay, we're down.
I want you to verify your settings when you're ready, Mike.
Okay, I need to... Ron, I'm going to turn loose. You have it?
I've got this end of it, yeah.
Okay, I just have a fingertip on it.
3 hours and 18 minutes into today's spacewalk. The second major task for today has been completed, with Mike Fossum and Ron Garan installing this robotic refueling mission. Previously today, they got this failed pump module removed from the outside of the station, moved over into Atlantis' payload bay. That will come back home to Earth. The next task for them is going to be to install this materials experiment out on the station's truss. The coast of California and the city of Los Angeles passing underneath the space station and Atlantis right now. The two vehicles are 243 miles above the Earth.
So, Rex, I'm also getting the PMH3 cover bag out now, right? Or not?
Yes, that's correct. You're going to be putting that on the outside.
Okay.
Mike Fossum continuing to hang on to the camera there and take some pictures. He is looking out toward the Russian segment of the International Space Station. The next major task in this spacewalk is to move this materials experiment up toward the end of the station's truss structure, out close to where the alpha magnetic spectrometer is located. Mike Fossum has some cleanup activities he's going to do there on the end of the station's arm in the vicinity of that external stowage platform. You see Ron Garan there at the lower right-hand side. He's been trading out tool bags.
Go for ATFR egress.
Copy, go for egress.
Once Ron has the equipment and the tools that he needs, he's going to move out toward ELC-2, which is out on the starboard 3 truss. That's the right-hand side of the station, almost all the way out there.
Try to keep a close eye on the Missy down there.
So he's going to be moving quite a bit of ways away. It's out there where the alpha magnetic spectrometer is. This is going to be the point where he will install this materials experiment actually onto ELC-2.
And Rex, if you could have Ron double check the safer handles, and we see the cover closed. Thanks.
As you can see from this view and Ron Garan's helmet cam, he's at ELC-2.
Okay, Rex. Checking the front side of ESP-2. Looks like all is right in the world.
Okay, with that gap spanner, give it the old buckle rotations 90 degrees.
You can see how close he is to the solar rays there at the top left-hand side.
Down to the single buckle.
No, that's fine.
He's going to be installing this materials experiment there in that location.
Ability to go 90 degrees.
Okay, yeah.
While he's doing that, Mike Fossum is back toward the center part of the station, working on some cleanup activities.
Okay, thanks.
You can see a good view of that materials experiment that Ron Garan has been working on out on the end of the station's truss structure there at the top center portion of your screen.
I guess next for me is to translate to the backside.
And Rex, yes, we do want pictures of the aft side.
And actually, Ron, by the time you translate, it's about 5 minutes to sunrise, so we'll probably be able to get some good pictures. And you've done an awesome job being real careful not to hit anything. And now let's go very carefully down below the CTC and translate out to get the forward. So you want to get pictures of the OR-8, and you get the picture. If you can get a picture of Missy 8, the big experiment up there, you can do that. And then the Expo, which is the whole field of those silver experimental boxes.
Right.
This is taking a look at Mike Fossum's helmet cam. He's in the vicinity of that grounding wire that's on that PDGF we were talking about.
This way I've got a good local. Grounding wire. There's pins are all good. Grounding wire is there. I'm going to need to fish from the other side a little bit. This MLI doesn't peel back as far as I wish it did. I can see the end of the grounding wire out here. Picture's taken.
Copy, Ron. You can start heading back.
Copy, thanks for letting me do that. Hopefully that'll be worth it.
So, Ron, I believe you've got all your equipment with you. You've got the crew lock bag in the cover, and you can stow the camera, and then we'll do a little tool inventory when you're stowing the camera.
Roger. Yes. Dental.
If you can inspect the grounding wire attachment point, Mike, for routing and for damage or potential snag concerns for the wire slack removal.
It's clear. All the wires are clear of the connector now.
Okay, did you already pull the wire?
Affirmative.
Did you trap it with the MLI?
Will.
Yeah, I can see that in your WBS. Looks nice.
And
get it around the Velcro so you can trap it.
Yep, if you can trap it on the Velcro, Rex, that'd be great.
Yep, will do. You want it in the Velcro. I can get it in a Velcro patch there.
That looks good, Mike.
I think as long as it's basically secure, it's not going to come back out. I think we're okay with that, right, Houston?
And Rex, that looks really good.
Okay.
Good work, Mike.
This is fun. Quick some stuff. Second.
And Rex, we're complete with the PGF. It's a good config, and Mike can head on to the CMA3 cover test.
Copy.
Okay.
So Fossum is now complete with his PDGF corrective measure that he just did, removing that caught grounding wire that was inside one of those doors. So he is moving over toward the cover that's going to be installed in the pressurized mating adapter number 3. We're now at 4 hours 55 minutes.
Very nicely done, Ron.
Thanks.
I was watching you.
I know you are.
Trying to help out, buddy.
And you are. Quite a bit.
My pleasure.
That's tight. All right, so what's the plan? Am I getting in the bag, or am I...
No, you're going to go out and do translate out to the PMA, and when you get a chance, give me a glove check.
Yeah, I'm going to dump this screw out bag first, right?
Yep.
So I'm not picking up the cable bag on the way.
That's correct.
Okay.
We'll see how we're doing with time after the PMA3 cover.
You know, there. It's not that much overhead to grab the bag.
And Houston, do you want us to grab the bag before we go out to PMA 3?
No, Rex, we're not. We'd like you to get the PMA 3 cover done.
Got it.
And that's it.
Copy.
So the crew talking with the ground team there, the flight control team watching the clock very carefully. The crew is making very good progress today. They're staying on time, but this 1553 cable installs is probably not going to be done today due to the fact that the crew is up against the clock.
Outside the airlock, if you want to put it inside, you can, but I think it's probably for timing perspective best just to keep it outside.
Okay.
So this cover install on PMA 3 is going to be the final task for today. As we mentioned, it's about a 45-minute task.
You know, Rex, I've got staged, the staged tethers. I think it'd be just as fast to put it in.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, Mike, Eagle Scout, are you ready to get your Origami's merit badge?
Yeah. We don't have one of those yet. We'll work on that. What do you, Mike?
This is Mission Control Houston. Mike Fossum. They're referencing his history as a Boy Scout as he gets ready to unfold this large cover that's going to go over the top of this pressurized mating adapter number 3. Both he and Ron Garan are sitting there working. We're now at 5 hours and almost 13 minutes into today's activity. This will be the final task for today. The ground team still estimates that we're going to run right at 6.5 hours for today's spacewalk, but of course we will stand by and watch the crew's progress. As another reminder, you see the 20 at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. That is Mike Fossum's helmet cam. If you see the 18, that is Ron Garan's.
Flip it. Almost there. Okay. It's behaving now. Okay. Got it. Okay. Work my way down and try to get another one. Okay, this is 16.
That's correct. You'll have 1616, Mike, and you have one more after that, 1617.
Copy that.
And Ron, yours is last one will be 1610.
Yeah, I didn't get them on the way down. I'm just trying to hold the tension on the, this is nadir, what is it?
Yeah, that seems to be working well.
Ron Garan and Mike Fossum making their way back to the Quest airlock. Today's spacewalk getting close to being completed.
When I've got room to... Oh, I'm sorry, Mike, you're ready. Come on in. All right.
We'll stand by and monitor their progress during these final few moments of today's activity.
I need to come forward.
Mike Fossum now has the thermal cover closed there on the Quest airlock. They will shut the hatch here momentarily.
Oh, I'd like to thank there were a lot of teams whose hard work all came into play for this EVA. Linda Brown led a magnificent team of people that put together a lot of stuff, and they had to do it in the hard way with Ron and I, with Ron and me traveling a lot, and not even in country at the same time together a lot. They had to work really hard, and they had a really, really well integrated plan put together with all of the products and the pieces that really came together. And from Goddard, the Colt team, the pump module team to figure out how to get that thing back. A whole lot of work by a lot of teams around the country, really. Really all came together today, and that's what made the difference.
And Mike, thanks for those words. That's greatly appreciated down here, and we appreciate all the work you did up there. Tasks you'd never seen before, and it takes a lot of hard work on your part to pull all this stuff together as well. So we appreciate that.
Steve, it's really amazing. I remember back when this space station was being designed and redesigned in 93, 94. All of the tasks, the assembly tasks, the expected maintenance tasks, and all of those things were starting to all take shape. And we looked at the future of EVA and compared it to our past history, starting with Gemini, through Apollo, Skylab, early days of the shuttle program, and tracked our history of EVA, the U.S. history of spacewalks, and looked at the work that was ahead of us to build and maintain the space station. And we called it the EVA wall, because on the charts, that's what it looked like, as we had to learn a lot. And this has been accomplished by literally tens of thousands of people around the country and around the world to figure these things out. It is hard work. It's hard work on the ground. It's hard work by everybody involved, and it's really strange, and you don't get to test it much. You try things out today, for the first time in the real environment of space, and it's hard. It has been all the way along, but for those of us that were working the program back in those days, to see that we've really done it, it's just awe-inspiring. It's a true testament to willpower, perseverance, and trust and teamwork. Ron and I are honored to be a part of it, to help close out one of the final chapters.
Great words, Mike, and thank you for you, Ron and Mike and Rex, for executing a great EVA to close this all out as the last of the shuttle EVAs. Greatly appreciate that.
Thanks, Steve. Hey, this is Ron. I just want to echo what Mike said, and all the thanks, especially to Glenda and her team, and Darren Welsh and all the work that he did. And even though I don't think Jackie Cagle was a part of this particular EVA, spent a lot of time, her and her team, training us and getting us ready. So I'd like to thank her as well.
Thanks again, Ron. Appreciate that. And we got to thank Doug and Sandy and Fergie and Satoshi for getting all this together, getting you guys out the door, getting you back in. And I think we're about ready to shut the hatch and get you guys back inside.
Okay.
Once they get the hatch closed, and then once they begin to repressurize the Quest airlock, that is when today's spacewalk will end.
Everything else look clear? As far as I can see it? Okay. I've got a good eye on it. Okay, let me get a good feel. Okay, we're down flush. The hatch is closed.
Okay, copy. Let's transition to the repress cue card.